What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another Assassin's Creed Valhalla video. Now we have a ton of information that literally just dropped about Assassin's Creed Valhalla's mini game, which we're going to be talking in this video about, and we also have more image of in-game screenshots of how Assassin's Creed Valhalla's never before seen locations are going to be looking like inside the game. It's not some kind of a render, it's not some kind of a engine footage or engine captured screenshots. This is straight up coming from the in-game gameplay footage, so you are going to be seeing the exact image of how some of the locations in the game is going to be looking like when you actually play the game. And we also have more video clips which was recorded from the mini games which are present in the game, which seems to be a really cool thing, which a lot of people did miss from Assassin's Creed Origins and Odyssey, because mini games were something that was really popular back in the days with Assassin's Creed Black Flag and all those kind of really cool old gen Assassin's Creed games. But right now in the past two Assassin's Creed titles, we did not really have any of those mini games or any of those social games that were present in the game. Now it's going to be returning back in Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Now we have a lot of things that we need to be covering in this video, so make sure you guys put your seatbelts on, because we are going on a real bumpy ride into the world of Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Alright, the first information is coming from none other than Axis the Animus on Twitter. Now these guys have screen recorded a video of the official Assassin's Creed Instagram page, who have now posted a small clip of the in-game mini game which is now present in Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Now this seems to be some kind of a dice game which will be present in Valhalla. Now let's just go ahead and take a look at the small clip here. Now as you guys can take a look at this footage here, it basically shows the Eivor throwing in the dice, and there's like Team Viking and Team Locals, so you're going to be playing this game against the locals, the AIs in the game. Now let me just pause this video right here. As you guys can see, the locals are going in for the play, and it seems like there's a bunch of different symbols on the dice here, and I don't really know the rules of how this game is going to be working out, but it seems like Eivor will be betting silvers in order to play this mini game. Apparently, as you guys can see right here, these are going to be the currencies that are going to be used in the game itself. So we are of course going to be having currencies inside the game which you'll be able to use, and of course you can use it to play some of these mini games and also win some in-game currencies as well. Now let's just go ahead and take a look at this. As you can see, there is a little bit of a clip where Eivor just throws in the dice, and also here you can see a small still image where it says Vikings 0 and Locals 3, which means that the locals are winning in this game. And apparently there's like 3 dice on the bowl here, and Eivor has absolutely no dice, so I'm guessing that the dice is considered as the points or something. I'm not really sure. Or this could also mean that these 3 dice right here could also belong to the locals, and there is no dice here, so I don't really know how the rules are. And if you look closely though, you can also see some of these small statues which are being used in this game. It seems like these statues are related to the Norse gods. Now this one I believe it is Thor, and this one is Freya, and this one is Odin. So there are 3 different statues right here, and if you guys also pre-order the collector's edition of the game, you're going to be getting these statues as a collectible item. So a lot of people were really confused on what's this little statue that we're going to be getting with the collector's edition, and now it's pretty clear that these are some of the objects that you use in the board game in Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Now a lot of YouTubers who actually got to play Assassin's Creed Valhalla's demo version a few weeks ago, they actually did see this little board game inside the game. The game did not allow them to play this little mini board game in the demo version, which means that it is only going to be available on the final version of the game. And it seems like the game is also going to be having a ton of other mini games as well, which is going to keep us entertained all around the world. And this is also something that was really interesting and something that I really liked about in Assassin's Creed Black Flag, Assassin's Creed 3. So these both games had some really good board games, like some kind of a mini game that you could play around in the open world. So board games were always something that I really spent a lot of time in order to play and have that really good old school vibe of Assassin's Creed games. Now here we have the game director of Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Benoit Richer, who has now said that when you're developing a game and there's a part that you have replayed constantly just because you simply enjoy it. Orlog is definitely one. I imagine playing in a longhouse next to a fire, a skald is singing, or a fishing villages, etc. in Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Now it seems like this mini game or the board game is going to be called as Orlog. So Orlog is going to be the name of this mini game right here, and this is confirmed by the director of the game itself, Benoit Richer, and he also gives us a little bit of information on the kind of vibe you're going to be getting inside the game while you're playing these mini board games, where you basically sit in the long bunkhouse right next to the fire. Like all your Viking members are going to be singing songs, drinking. So there's going to be a lot of ancient Viking vibes in these locations where there's like these boat games located. Now moving on to the next one, we also have another brand new in-game gameplay footage which was shared by the official Assassin's Creed Germany Instagram page, and this was actually screen recorded by Access the Animus. So big thanks to these guys for preserving all of these information right here on Twitter. So make sure you guys go ahead and follow them and show some love for all these great informations. Now here in this video clip, as you can see, Eivor is basically hunting down this animal right here. So hunting in this game is something that is already confirmed, and you're going to be using a bow and arrow. So you can take a look at how the bow and arrow is going to be looking. There's like a bone structure, very detailed right here, and you also get to take a look at the helmet and a lot of things. And the video here basically turns out to be a reference to Eivor hunting the animal, and later on there's also some kind of a cooking pot with fire turned on right here, and Eivor is sitting in some kind of a cave like a place, and it seems like you can actually hunt animals and then cook them and eat them in the game, which if that is true, I think this is going to be really cool, very similar to what we have seen with games like Red Dead Redemption 2, where you could actually hunt down animals and you could also cook those animal meats in some kind of a camp areas, which is also very similar to what we are seeing here in this story. And I believe that is what the story here basically refers to, and I believe that is what the story here is basically referring to, which would be a really cool add-on to the game. So Ubisoft, if you're watching this video, make sure that you guys just give us some kind of a cooking and hunting abilities in the game. So that would be a really cool add-on feature, which would be really nice to have in the game, I guess. Something that you can basically do around in the open world, especially for people who love to kind of feel like the actual role-playing character in the game. So that would be a really cool add-on. So make sure you guys go ahead and add that in the game. That would be really, really cool. Now also here on the Ubisoft's official Twitter page, they have now shared some brand new footage of the in-game look of how Assassin's Creed Valhalla is going to look like. In this footage, you can actually see a bunch of new locations which we never got to see from some of the demos as well as from any of the trailers. And there's a bunch of animals, bunch of kingdoms being shown. There's a bunch of markets as well, and everything looks pretty cool, dude. Like there's a lot of houses, there's a lot of beautiful castles, there's also these meat shops, there's also these shops where they kind of make these pots, and it looks like the game is going to be filled with a lot of NPCs, and it is also going to be very much busy in a lot of ways. So I am pretty excited to see how these locations are going to be looking like in the actual game once we get our hands on to Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Now currently Ubisoft is hosting some kind of a remote play where creators could get to play the demo version of Assassin's Creed Valhalla as well as the brand new game known as Gods and Monsters, which a lot of you guys seems to have forgotten. So creators are currently getting to play these games, and I've also spoken to Ubisoft about this, and unfortunately they said that my region does not support remote play access, so I'm not going to be able to play this game early, but they said that they're going to be bringing out that feature to my region very soon, so that's a good heads up. So I'm really excited to get my hands on all the future upcoming games, which could possibly end up being in a demo in the remote play sessions, if that is of course available in my region. Now moving on to the next news here, we have Ubisoft is now officially announced that Ubisoft Forward will be taking place this Thursday on September 10th, which of course I will be live streaming on my channel from the start till the end, of course with my reactions. So if you guys are interested on that one, make sure you guys stay subscribed to the channel and turn that bell notification on so we can watch this event all together and we can experience what this event has to offer. Now speaking of Ubisoft Forward, of course we have the official Assassin's Creed Germany Facebook page who now stated that we're going to be getting a bunch of brand new news related to Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Now this information was reported by Access the Animus on Twitter, where they basically said the Facebook and Twitter post by Assassin's Creed Germany social accounts mentioning the potential brand new information about Assassin's Creed Valhalla at the upcoming Ubisoft Forward event has been removed. Now as soon as they posted this information on their Facebook page, they ended up removing this because they were not supposed to say this apparently. And as you can see from the screenshot here, it is written in Germany, so I went on and translated that to English to see what this basically says. And everything that says in this post is that stand in front of the door on September 10th from 9 p.m. there will be a brand new information on among other things, where they have added a hashtag Assassin's Creed Valhalla, where they have now stated that we're going to be getting a bunch of brand new information on Assassin's Creed Valhalla this September 10th from 9 p.m. So make sure you guys tune in on my channel, because of course I will be streaming the entire event and I will also be covering everything everything related to Assassin's Creed Valhalla that you basically need from this game. Now, of course, speaking of the game here, we have a brand new screenshot that we have never seen before, which was shared by Assassin's Creed UK on their Twitter page, where they have now shown this little screenshot of a place from Norway, which seems to be a little tiny waterfalls. And as you can see, the water here is very much frozen, and there's also some water flowing down here. And now this image is not a render, it's not some kind of an engine capture. Now this is straight up coming from the in-game gameplay screenshot. So this is how the game is going to look. This is how the graphics of the game is going to be looking when you're playing it on your console. So this one is a raw screenshot right here, so you can actually take a look at how beautiful this game looks. Now the water effect is something I absolutely love, and you can also see the reflection of this mountain on this water right here, so which basically states that you're going to be getting a ton of RTX effects in this game. And I believe that this was taken on the next gen consoles, probably on Xbox Series X, so you have this RTX effects on, so you can see these reflections on the water as well. So lads, that is all the information we have in today's Assassin's Creed Valhalla video. So if you guys want to see more videos like these every single day, because I cover all the latest and brand new information on Assassin's Creed Valhalla every single day, also on Cyberpunk 2077 and also all the upcoming latest gen games. So make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe and stay tuned for everything related to Assassin's Creed right here on this channel first. And also make sure that you guys go ahead and turn the little bell notification on, because that is how you know, especially when I upload my videos every single day. With that being said, if you guys really enjoyed this video, make sure to go ahead and drop a like, because that really helps support my channel, supports me as well as the video. So make sure you guys take a few seconds of your time and smack the like rating, because that really helps out. With that being said, I hope you guys have a blast already, and I'll see you guys on tomorrow's video. Till then, take it easy fams, and goodbye.